Hello guys, it's Jackson here, welcome back to the video. And so, do you guys know how I made that video where I was like, this new trend needs to stop when it was farming servers taking over Minehut? Well, farming servers are still pretty popular, but that's not what we're going to be talking about today. Today, we're going to be talking about sky mining servers. So, sky mining servers have been around for years. They've been a popular concept that, you know, started years ago. So, there's just so many servers that use it, and it's getting very repetitive. By getting very repetitive, I mean it's been very repetitive for years. So they all pretty much have the same concept. You're on these sky islands right here. So we have this main island, and then we have some more islands. And then there's these special islands with big chunks of some ore. So we have a stone one, a coal one, iron, diamond, the basic ores. And so you start with a pick, sometimes a sword maybe. You mine the stuff. Then you come over here to some villagers where you can upgrade your pickaxe, your tools, whatever, to get the next one. And that's it. So I'm not saying that the concept is entirely bad, because I mean I did have fun playing on one of these servers, like the first time I played it, but there's just so many of them. Like, well, which one do I choose? I mean, they're all gonna die within a couple weeks anyway, so all the progression is pointless because all the servers disappear after a couple weeks. So I don't really know. Like, I could have fun on a server like this if I haven't played 100 of them. So, like, if I joined Minehut for the first time, saw a server like this, I could play and have fun. Problem is that, the next time I see the server, I'll click it and I'll be like, hey, isn't this the same idea? And then I might play a little bit and then I'll be like, wait a second, I'm just doing the same thing I did on the last time. And then you just repeat, and it's a cycle where you're never having fun anymore because you've already played the server and it's the exact same thing. I also love the names because a lot of times they're really corny or just kind of funny. Like, this was literally mine in sky. So instead of a sky mining server, it's a mine in the sky server, if you get what I'm saying. Well, this server is called Scythe Mine, not mines, plural. I guess that is the letter cap. So, I mean, they couldn't actually add a S even if they wanted to. But this server has actually been on here for a long time. I feel like I remember it from being here months ago. And, well, it's the exact same thing. So, I start with this wooden pickaxe, the exact same thing as the last server. Over here we got villager trading things, where we can trade in our cobble to get a better pick. And then once we get that pick, we can go to the next rank, and then the next rank again, the next rank again, and actually that seems to be it. And what? why does this trade exist? It's the same thing for the same thing. What the hell? I don't even care. Quick question. Why is the hoe the weapon? Oh, wait, never mind. I get it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't think of that. This server is called Scythe Mine, and the hoe looks the most like a scythe. Okay, I can't believe I didn't realize that sooner. Oh, and for some reason, that other server had more players online, even though this server seems to be better. I mean, the map's much bigger. The islands look better. I mean, everything seems better. But that one is at the top. I just don't understand Minehut. Also, I just want to mention, no disrespect to anyone who makes these type of servers. I mean, I don't really care. You can make whatever you want. I mean, I'm not here to say otherwise. Plus, if you guys didn't make servers like this, I couldn't make fun of them in my Minehut videos, so keep doing it. So I'm on a server called Gen PvP with 2 N's, and so basically it is a spin-off type of thing of the sky mining server. So this is called a Gen PvP server, and so it's a server where you fight, and then there's the generators. Instead of mining, you just pick up the items like this. And so this type of server, actually this type of server was here, even earlier than your sky mining server, but it's just not as popular these days. And so the reason I bring this up is just saying these type of servers are pretty much the same thing as the sky mining servers, except this one right here, it seems to be a little different because the map isn't in the sky. But typically with these Gen PvP servers, they are on the sky islands. So this one gets a little bit of a pass. I mean, it does seem to be the same thing, but the map does look cool at least. I mean, I can give them that. Well, here we are on SK Miner. And the reason I sound so disappointed is because it's the exact same thing. I started with a stone pick. There's these islands with big chunks of ores on them. You have coal ore, iron ore, gold ore, Hey, the other one earlier didn't have gold ore, so this one's completely unique. Oh man, I love this. Okay, we can go over here. We got these villagers where you can trade. We can get better weapons. Where do we get pickaxe? Tools, I guess. Yep. Okay, so we got traded the resources to get better pickaxes. And that's about it. Hey, look, this guy's giving... Look, I can kill this guy. Oh, he wants a team. I got a spleef shovel. How do I use it? What? Oh, the service resident. Okay, that might be me. I might be like... I was about to say the server's unique for having a soul well, but it's coming soon. It doesn't exist yet. I mean, hopefully they'll make that. Oh my gosh, there's a boss! The old dragon. I call upon my royal servants to protect me from those enemies. Well, I don't know where the dragon is. So... yeah. I love how I'm 6 minutes into the video and I haven't actually played on any of these servers yet. Man, this is great. I mean, usually for like a Minehut Monday or something, I have to actually play on the servers. But this time I could just join them and tell you how not unique they are. I guess there is one positive to having all these servers be exactly the same. If you really love this concept, then you got a lot of choices. And, you know, I guess a lot of gameplay you can do because you can just join whichever one you want. And I just got a double kill. They call me Epic Gamer because that's just what I am. At least these servers are still better than Idler. Man, I'm back on Mine and Sky and I'm gonna starve to death. I need food. I don't want to buy it, but I need food. Man, that's quite the conundrum. I just got one shot by a bow. Why are there bows on these type of servers? Okay, so if you guys make these servers, I might as well give you a few pointers. Number one, don't let people shoot with bows. Like they're so annoying. I hate bows. Number two pointer, when you're building the mines like this, you should spread them out kind of around in a bigger area. That way there's not just one pathway, so there can't just be someone sitting in the middle with full OP gear just camping, because that sucks. Tip number 3. Have your villagers in easy to see spots, so people don't have to look all around to find them. This server does a fine job of that for the pickaxes. I mean, it's kind of obvious what to do. These other stuff are just kind of scrambled around, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal because there's not that many of them. But there's sub-servers where they have them in huge rings around something, and there's no like holograms or anything to tell you where they are, so you just gotta find them. You gotta run all around until you see what you're looking for. By the way, I'm just making these tips off on the spot, so the order doesn't really mean anything. Tip number 4 is to make your islands look good. Okay, so that previous server, they were kind of just blocks. This server does a better job of it because the islands actually look decent. And, you know, I don't want to kill myself every time I look at them. Because I don't condone killing yourself because that's bad. Tip number 5 is to make the jumps 2 to 3 block jumps. Don't add, you know, crazy 4 block jumps the whole time because then just getting to the islands is super annoying. The 6th thing I gotta tell you, tip number 6, is something that this server actually does pretty poorly. And no offense to these people or whatever, but there's only like a few tiers of tools. And they get insanely hard to get. So look over here, look. So it goes from 32 coal, which is a little too much already, to like, you know, level 4 super enchanted iron. That's like crazy to get. So what I recommend is having a lot more tools. So this villager right here should be split up in like 4, and the upgrades should be much cheaper, but there'd be much more upgrades. Because you need to actually have that sense of progression, because if it takes too long to level up, people will just leave the server because they'll get angry and bored. Number 7 is a less important one, but still kind of a thing, a little pet peeve of mine. Okay, so this server right here has like this, okay, it says 18 players online. This map is absolutely humongous. So this server probably gets around 10 to 20 players. And the map is just way too big for that many players. Your map should be based around how many players you get. So a server with 10 to 20 players should have a much smaller map. Having a large map is cool and all, except there's just so many mines to the point where you never actually fight anyone and it just turns into a prison server. Which, I mean, if that's what you're going for, okay, but if you want people to be fighting, you shouldn't make a map this big. Oh, by the way, if I screwed up one of the numbers, don't sue me, please. I just was doing it on the fly, not really paying attention to the numbers that much, so I don't even know what number I'm on anymore. Yeah, that's enough with the tip sec. Also, I recommend you don't trust these things. I mean, rewards are not always given out, especially if they're PayPal money. You know, some servers actually do give out the payouts, but I mean, don't always trust it. I take back what I said about that being the last pointer because I have the final pointer. I don't know what number we're on, but this is the most important one of all. And this pointer is to just create an original idea. Please stop doing this idea. I mean, there's just way too many of them. I mean, one or two is fine, I guess, but I mean, how do you even control that? You can't is the answer. And there's just so many of them. I'm getting tired of it. I mean, I've been tired of it. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I love all people who make Minehut servers. You guys are all great. I don't care if your servers suck. Oh man, that's kind of mean, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.